I'm one Starlight Fallen the Virtuous away from reinstating my max rarity branded. Hopefully find one soon. Hell yeah, dude. Dude, they all just got bought out. Like, did you guys see that with Fallen the Virtuous? I mentioned this in the whatever it's my Discord, whatever that thing's called. Fallen the Virtuous is expensive. All the branded cards are very expensive now. The Starlights, at least some of them are. So we can go over that super quickly. For people who aren't familiar, you can currently get structure decks for like $20, $22. Looks like they're going up actually a little bit. And right now, the Fallen and the Virtuous has 5 listings at 145, starting at 145, going on to 249. Guys, this was selling at $70. I literally got mine for $70. Like, I got all my copies for around $70. I got one for $65. Yeah, here's my first one. Ended up getting this for like $65. Pretty nice, right? Here I can... Oh yeah, that looks hella nice. So I'm with you there. We're working on. It is a lifelong struggle to be a max rarity branded player because you are basically conscripted to use your wallet on branded cards for the rest of time. So, like, I literally think our deck increased twice in price. One from speculation and also like twice from just like the new support potentially, like, because the new Albaz is going to be a Starlight. Obviously, like, we already know, like, it hasn't been announced, but we already know that they're gonna price it, or, you know, milk that new, you know, L'Oreal Albaz. Sahid, incredible Ecclesia, all art doubled overnight. Honestly, everything high rarity just went to the moon after they're selling to, so they're just not buyouts. People are paying twice the price. That's also the thing, guys. Like, Mirrorjade, like, look at Mirrorjade. Like, this, like, everyone knows, but Mirrorjade's currently sitting at $600, $700. Like, people are buying it for that much. There is one purchase at $750. Like, shout out to that guy. Is he a Metagame? I hope he used the Metagames GX TCG player link for that one. And then also Grand Guignol is also like $300, I believe. Oh my god, it's $300 going on to $400, $600. Yeah, that's so crazy. And this is actually like, you need multiples of this. I think Mirrorjade's a little silly, but also Mirrorjade's not getting, like, these are not, neither of these are getting Starlight reprints. So like, this I said on YGO Fresh Off the Press' channel that this has the potential to becoming a $1,000 card, and I'm looking forward to becoming right about that. Unfortunately, this will become a $1,000 card. I'm like almost certain of it until the like an alt art comes out. So it sounds weird, but this 600, like, if you really want it, like, maybe just wait a bit. Like, it'll go down to 500. But like, once the new support comes out, I think this will be a $1,000 card for sure. And then the Cartesia alt arts, we're doing like a mini branded Marketwatch here. 120 going up to 140 on the QCR Cartesia alt arts. And I bought these for 50s, by the way, back in the day. That's why it's always good, in my opinion, to get branded stuff early. It's just mostly worth it for the most part. What's Quem Starlight rare at? Quem Starlight 60, 70. Quem Starlight's pretty cheap, actually. But like, the thing is, you should just get the QCR at that point. And Albaz shouldn't be that much too, because of the fact that the new Albaz is coming out, so you can still get Albaz for fairly cheap. This should probably stagnate because you're only going to need one Albaz once the new support comes out. Branded Fusion. What's the other branded Fusion at? Like $40 with 10 listings. Guys, we tried to give away one of these last month. We didn't hit our member goal, unfortunately. Now this is going to go to the moon, so... Glass, I live in the EU, less buyouts here. Yeah, no, the market isn't as speculated, at the very least, in the EU. That's why I sometimes order cards through the EU. Like, I got my QCR branded Fusion when it was like $90 in the EU, when it was like $250 in the US. It's just like such a big difference. Shout out to Mario for hooking that up. But yeah. And then what is the rest of the structure deck stuff at? We didn't do the rest of that. That was what I meant to do, by the way.
So like 153. Oh my god, people went and bought the other 2 copies out since we did that. So shout out to whoever did that in the chat. Thrust is at 70. Thrust has been going down. This was like 90. So like this you could probably get like 60s at some point pretty shortly. I'll probably invest in these once they get to like 50s or something and trade up my ultis. Okay, so we gotta talk about fusion deployment too. I don't recommend buying fusion deployments at very high price. I recommend trading for them, if anything, because this card has a dubious future in branded. I think it will always be good in branded, but with the new synchro support, this says you cannot fusion summon for the whole turn except for fusion monsters. So you can't use the new good support if you use this card for the most part. I mean, you can use it a little bit, but it's also an extender rather than a starter, and now with the new branded cards, you get a bunch of freaking starters. So like you have to reassess card quality and be like, is it even worth it to run an extender at this point when we play through infinite hand traps? And I mean, it might be still to get Cartesia to dodge Imperm, especially in those formats, but like for that reason, I think this card could very well be like $40 in like 3 months. Honestly, like no lie, like maybe even less. So I'm gonna wait to get these. I don't think these go. I think these continuously go down, for sure. Like I will put money on that, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. It's just not used in any other decks. And then the Dogma, okay, so this actually has been stable in the US. The Dogma Dragon, this was like $60. It's slowly going down. So it started high and now it's going down. It's like the inverse of what happened in the EU. And then the rest of the cards are pretty like bog standard. Like $30 for this is pretty cheap though. $28 on the Ecclesia. I could see this bottoming out at like $20. Guys, it's so funny. I was on yugioh Fresh Off the Presses channel the other day. Or the other week with Galzo. Check out that video if you want to see like our full branded Marketwatch from a week ago. But I've watched Marketwatches since 2015. Not like every day. I'm not like that much of a addiction, feeding the addiction kind of guy, but I know how to do a Marketwatch if I wanted to. I don't do Marketwatches, but I know what to look for, right? I used to be pretty like I used to pride myself in knowing the prices of like every Yu-Gi-Oh card basically, and then they doubled how many Yu-Gi-Oh cards were in the game, so it was harder to keep up. But this is really nice. I'm gonna try and buy one of these. I love this art. I don't care. I want to hear it in my DMs if you don't like this card. I love this art. It's just PogChamp Cartesia, man, or Ecclesia. But yeah, no, that goes for the branded Marketwatch. Was there anything else that we really missed? I guess like OG Cartesias might be okay to look at. 130. These are kind of just like slowly maybe making a rise back up, but it can't like decide if it wants to be more expensive than the QCR or not. I have both of these and the QCRs, so I'm kind of lucky I get to choose. I end up choosing the QCRs most of the time, but honestly, this one's just like such a good art anyway, so. All right, let's see how our branded friend is doing. It looks like he's getting his board broken by Maliss. Shit. Well, this is game 2, so. The trend is your friend till the end. Dimedra, how's it going, my man? Nice to see you, by the way. I saw you in there. Mirrorjade 7050 in EU. It's 250 French. Oh my gosh, really? Get your Mirrorjades in EU if you need one. I shouldn't say that. I should go get mine now. But that's like too much of a... being in the US, I would